Honorable Speaker, when we are talking of culture, culture is a unifying factor everywhere. You will find that when it comes to Somalis, they have their ways of dressing. They have their foods they love to eat. Probably even camel milk is preferred to even cow milk and all that. When you go to Lowland, they also have things they cherish. They also have their ways of doing things. When it comes to foods, they have foods they cherish. They love to eat fish. When it comes to Luyas also, you'll find that there are things they cherish. They have their own food they cherish. They cherish chicken. They cherish mrenda, which is very medicinal. Honorable Speaker, when it comes to even foods, when it comes to dressing, these are things that are very important. In fact, there are some cultural foods that are being used right now. Sometimes they're even taken from here, then they're exported maybe to China and other places. They're refined and they're brought here and they become very expensive, Honorable Speaker. Just to give an example of there's a soup that is normally eaten in Western and other places called mgombero. Mgombero is a stimulant, and it's chilled most of the time, and it is cheap. It can easily be found in the forest. And this mgombero was eaten a long time ago. I remember even when my grandfather, Ruben Haguri Isuri, was taking us, to visit the forest. We would pluck the mgombero and would chew. And it was very good that as children we really love to do that. So I want to say, Honorable Speaker, that even the foods that are used in, our traditional foods. I remember when we were sick, even when I was a young child then, sometimes you would have a headache, sometimes maybe malaria, but we never went to hospital. There's some, foods that we just took. There were barks of trees that I remember we used, like muarubaini to treat some ailments, and aloe vera was also used traditionally to treat some ailments, Honorable Speaker. But it's unfortunate the young generation that is coming up are not aware of this, are not aware that there are some foods that come out strongly that are medicinal, that can help them, and they are traditional. And you'll find most of the time when it comes to foods, the youngsters will go for pizza. The youngsters will go for, foods that are, they're actually eventually disease-causing, forgetting that we have our own traditional food that can really help. Honorable Speaker, we cannot blame the young generation, but we need to put in policies, Senator Kansanga proposes on the floor of this House, policies that will ensure that we are developing the traditional foods, we are developing the traditional music and all that, Honorable Speaker. Even when it came to music, Honorable Speaker, we had different kinds of music. When, someone gave birth, there was music to just celebrate the occasion of childbearing. Every stage in life had music to celebrate. When it came also to funerals, there were dirges that would really express how sorrowful people were. And even among the dirges, there were some dirges that, were quick ones and to enjoy that someone was getting to the other side, transiting to the other side of the world, Honorable Speaker. But it's unfortunate that the youngsters are not aware of this. And for the case of our future and ensuring that our culture goes on, we need to really look for ways of ensuring that we do not lose out on this rich culture that we have, Honorable Speaker. And even when it comes to Kiswahili, Honorable Speaker, Kiswahili is a lingua franca. And being a lingua franca, we need to cherish it as a language and ensure that we're actually passing it to the next generation. Because, Honorable Speaker, there's some children who cannot even be able to speak Kiswahili. There's some children who just go to high-end schools all through, so they find it difficult when they're fully grown. And they want to learn Kiswahili, because as a leader, Honorable Speaker, for example, you cannot be a leader without Kiswahili. You must know Kiswahili as a lingua franca. That will help you reach out to the people you are leading, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, we find that there's a lot of good heritage that we are losing away.